Now we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots deep.
Hey guys, it's Emmy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a morning routine that I do with Hector. So in the mornings, on holidays or at the weekends, I come up and do this all myself. But during the week when it's a school day, then obviously I have to get someone to put him out because I have school and he's not on my own land, so I can't get up to him in the mornings for the time I'd need to. Now he's giving me a good lick. So I'm just going to be showing you everything I do. It's actually very sunny at the moment, which is nice. And I'm just going to get him out and do my first couple of bits. So the first thing that I always do is get Hector out of his stable. So this is like the most basic thing to do, and it's not got much explanation about it, but then I just tie him up outside his stable, and as you can see, he is clearly rolled. He is really dirty. He is covered with shavings. He's obviously like laid in his poo and stuff, which is disgusting. So I just get a brush and literally just brush him off completely and try and get rid of as much of the shavings as possible so that it's not like annoying for him or anything. And then it also means that the fly spray and other things will like stick to his coat better. So I literally just completely brush him off, and then I will just get some of the darker stains off with a magic brush. So I just use the magic brush for all the stains of like where he's laid in his own mess and things like that, which is absolutely disgusting. And then I'll come up later in the evening, normally to bath him or something like that. I'll then normally just brush out his tail with anything that he's got in there. It's not normally that bad because I've normally brushed it the night before. Then I will just pick out all of his hooves. There's not normally much in them, but there can be some shavings in there, and then I like to oil them as well, just because then it's nicer for him and it gives him all nice painted toes because his toes are actually quite weak. Then I just fly spray him up completely because he gets the flies quite bad. He doesn't mind them that much, but he does get the flies quite bad around some areas, so I just completely spray him with it. As you can tell, I need to buy some more, so I'm going to buy a refillable bottle, which is a lot cheaper and a lot more it's a lot better for the environment because it uses less plastic. And then I just put on this fly mask. This is the only fly mask that I've ever got that Hector's not been able to like get off. We've had Velcro ones before and it's been so easy for them to get off, but this one's actually got like, it's like a Snuggie hood material, and it literally fits really well, and he can't get it off, which is really good because I don't want all the pollen and flies get into his eyes. Then I just walk him all the way up to his field and let him go out into the field. So at the moment I'm leaving his head collar on just to make sure that he doesn't get his fly mask off, and as you can tell, he doesn't really want to move beyond the gate. I should have probably walked in a bit further, but he's like, no, I'm not going to move, which is very helpful. Not. Thanks, Hector. Love you. So then once Hector's all out in the field, he's got all his fly spray, he's got his fly mask all on, everything is completely done. Then I'll just walk back down to the stables after putting his lead rope on the gate. So then I'll go to muck out. This is what his stable normally looks like. Then I just get his feed bucket. So in case any of you guys were wondering why I haven't fed him, he actually gets fed at around 6 o'clock in the morning by a lady up the yard. So then he gets fed really early before he goes out, which is a lot better for him. And then so he gets fed then, so he's already been fed before I get up, so I only ever feed him in the evenings. So then I just empty the water from my water bucket into the feed bucket, so it's not a waste of water from the tap to then clean his buckets, which also is better for the environment as it saves on the water pressure. So then I just start by mucking out. I literally just sieve all the droppings out. He's really easy to muck out. He poos all in one place and he's not that wet. So then I literally just sieve it all up and get everything out, and then normally when I flick it up, droppings normally drop to the bottom, so I just get all of them out. And then today I didn't actually need to get any wet out because we use pellets under our shavings. Then I just get out all the hay nets that are in his stable. Today he had 2. That's normally from his afternoon one and his evening one. So he has 2 because of the time he comes in during the day. He comes in at around 3 o'clock, so he has a hay net to last him through to about 5-6 o'clock, and then another hay net through to the night. Then I make Hector's dinners. So his dinners are quite simple, there's not much to them, but that is fine. He really likes them and he eats them all up. So I just start by literally getting everything out of my feed tub, because I only have one, which is really handy, and everything is in there because he only has one like main substance. So I get out the apples, the carrots, the bicarb of soda. So we put bicarb of soda in his dinner every Friday. This just helps flush out his kidneys and keep them all healthy. I then have my head to hoof supplement, which if you use my code Emmy H2H will get you 20% off, which equals £10. So first thing I do is just get 1 scoop of our Bailey's mix. This is molasses free and it's a mix of the there's like one other, it's like nuts mix, pony mix and chaff. It's a mix of all of them combined into one, which is really helpful. Then I put in my head to hoof supplement, and this is 1 scoop between 2 dinners because he has a pony. But if you have a horse, then it's 1 scoop for 1 dinner. It is best split between 2 separate dinners, so 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. However, it is not necessary, they can all have it in one go. So they've now released a mega tub which will last a pony 6 to 9 months and a horse 3 to 6 months, which is absolutely amazing and it is a lot more economical. So use my code EmmyH2H for a discount on that as well, and it can be bought through Amazon or their website. Then I just put in some apples, because I've put in apples, carrots, parsnips, something or other that he likes as a little treat, and I just cut them up. Probably shouldn't be cutting them like this, so don't do it like this, kiddos, but that's how I do it because that's how I roll. So then once everything is in there, I just give it a mix up, and I don't know, what can I say? I mix it up, make sure it's all mixed in. And then I just get some water and add it to it. I like his dinners to be wet, and then by the time, if I make them in the morning, by the time he eats them in the evening, then they've like really saturated, which makes them a lot tastier, I guess. They look nicer when they're wet, and then this is what they look like now, and then they'll look more nicer in the evening. And then I just put on his bucket covers and fill up his water. I fill up his water after I've made his bed and done everything, because otherwise all the dust and shavings will go into his water, which isn't very nice. Then this is his finished bed with his water, and I've put in a hay net, and then I just finished by sweeping up all his yard and my feed area. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and seeing my morning routine and everything that I do in the morning, especially on days where I am able to do everything. I enjoy it a lot more because I can spend a lot of time with Hector and just do some things that I wouldn't be able to do when I go to school during the weekdays, which is one thing I'm really looking forward to when I finish my GCSEs next year, because I'll be going into year 11 after the summer break, so I will get around 3.5 months off at the end of the year next year. So I can't wait to spend all that time with Hector, and you guys are going to have to be prepared for lots of vlogs and videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications, as summer is coming up and I have lots of vlogs planned and videos and little weekly series. So to know when I upload them, then just click the little bell next to the subscribe button to turn on notifications. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!